My son. Never where you expect him to be, naturally.
Will his father be joining us as well?
His father is dead.
Will his father be joining us as well?
'Twould be most unlikely. His father helped raise Kieran for a time, but events have conspired to take him elsewhere.
He seems like a fine young man.
He has done well. His father has every reason to be proud.
He's not what I would have expected.
He's just a boy, Inquisitor. If he is remarkable, that is his father's doing, and not mine.
Oh? I thought...
If I do anything well by Kieran, it will be to inflict as little damage as possible.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight.
The Blight began in the Kukari Wilds, so yes, I experienced it firsthand. Indeed, I fought at the hero of Ferelden's side for a time. He is the reason the Blight was defeated. We became close, closer than I even thought possible. When I left, he pursued me. Indeed, I fought at the hero of Ferelden's side for a time. He is the reason the Blight was defeated. We were very close. It was difficult to leave him. I wish things had gone differently in the end. It had to be, yet. Indeed, I fought at the hero of Ferelden's side for a time. He is the reason the Blight was defeated. In the end, what he did for me, I will always be grateful. Indeed, I fought at the hero of Ferelden's side for a time. He is the reason the Blight was defeated. We did not part on good terms. I regret a great deal, but that, most of all. I was pleased to learn you saved the Grey Wardens from their own self-destructive foolishness. For all their eagerness to shed blood for their cause, we will still need them should another Blight arise. 'Tis fortunate my Warden was not there, or he would surely have been in the middle of it.
Your Warden?
You might know him as the hero of Ferelden. A lofty title, though he wears it well.
It's good to know you have someone special.
'Tis not so domestic as you picture, but even so, it has far outstripped my expectations.
I didn't see you as the type to settle down, Morrigan.
Nobody is more surprised by that fact than I, Inquisitor.
Where is your Warden now?
My love is on a quest to combat the calling, the actual calling that signals the end of a Warden's life. If he is successful, it will mean a long life for him, perhaps for them all. Once Corypheus has been defeated, I fully intend to join my love once more. Kieran misses him greatly.
It seems odd he went on an adventure and you stayed behind.
We are neither of us so weak we would die of loneliness. Where he went, Kieran could not follow, and thus I remained behind to look after our son. We will be together again soon enough, and I am glad of it.
How can the calling be stopped? Is that actually possible?
Grand Enchanter Fiona was once a Grey Warden, but something removed the Blight from her blood. Similarly, a Warden mage named Avernus performed experiments that prolonged his life to unnatural lengths. So we know it is possible. Indeed, 'twas I who found the lead my love now follows in the Western lands. Success is not guaranteed, of course, but he has never lacked for determination.
Is there any way the hero of Ferelden could help us against Corypheus?
'Tis unlikely. Corypheus uses the Blight, but he is not controlled by it like a true Darkspawn. Still, my love has ever been resourceful. I can give the Inquisition a means to send him a message. He will think this means I miss him, of course. Oh, he will be insufferably pleased with himself. I hope you appreciate this sacrifice, Inquisitor.
Are the two of you happy together?
The three of us, and it is little business of yours. But yes, I never thought to find someone in this world I could trust as an equal. He has been a good partner, and a good father. And now I pray we discuss something else, lest these honeyed words make me vomit. Leliana gave me the note that the hero of Ferelden included for me. She may even have left it sealed. A pity. She would have learned things that could make even an Orlesian blush. One thing which makes me curious, did you encounter the hero of Ferelden at Adamant Fortress?
Was the hero of Ferelden a friend of yours?
More than a friend, as it happens. We travelled together during the Blight, and after, we parted ways. Where I went, he could not follow.
Was the hero of Ferelden a friend of yours?
We travelled together during the time he fought the Blight. I helped him and he helped me. Without him, Kieran would never have been born.
Was the hero of Ferelden a friend of yours?
I would not say he was a friend. We parted on poor terms, though I wish it had not been so. Regardless, did you see him?
I have no idea, Morrigan. There was a great deal of chaos.
He's not the sort of man to fade into the background. If he was there, you would have known.
I wish I had more to tell you, but no, I don't think so.
When the champion of Kirkwall mentioned a Grey Warden ally, I assumed that ally would be he. It was, after all, just the sort of thing in which he would involve himself. But that rather begs the question, if the hero of Ferelden was not at Adamant, where is he? My suggestion? Track him down. He could be a great aid against Corypheus, or a terrible foe to the Inquisition. If this place once had a name, it has long been lost. I call it the Crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I had a respite with the man I loved, but only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever. So, Alistair is dead. 'Tis fitting that he died in a foolhardy, if heroic fashion. That was his way.
It wasn't foolhardy. He sacrificed himself so I could escape.
Perhaps you and I have different definitions of the word.
It sounds like you two knew each other.
For a time, though we were hardly friends. So, Loghain is dead. The hero of the River Dane, responsible for the deaths of so many Grey Wardens, until he became one of them.
It sounds like you two knew each other.
For a time, though we were hardly friends. He attempted to have my companions and I slain during the Fifth Blight. That did not end as he expected. Still, I cannot fault his valiance, considering the end that normally awaits a Grey Warden. He did well.
I expected the hero of Ferelden to be at Adamant, but he was not with the other Wardens. He studied the Blight after killing the Archdemon, and may know something that could help us. If you like, I can have agents look for him.
That sounds like a wise choice.
I'll make preparations in the war room. The hero of Ferelden and I have been together for years. I nearly lost him to the Archdemon. He's looking for a way to stop the calling from taking him, as it does every Grey Warden. But if Corypheus has power over the Wardens, my love could be in danger.
If you two are still together, why isn't he here?
His quest took him far to the west, to lands that have never known the Blight. But Justinia needed me here. I owed her that much. My love and I are never truly apart. When this is all over, I will join him again. And this time, nothing will come between us.
What makes him think he can stop the calling?
It has been done before. Grand Enchanter Fiona was once a warden, but something took all trace of the calling from her. A warden mage named Avernus also found a way to prolong his life with magic.
Were the two of you happy together in the years after the Blight?
Happier than you could imagine. The only shadow over our love was knowing that one day I would lose him to the calling. His quest is for me as much as for him. He knows how much I've lost. I do not know where the hero of Ferelden is precisely, but I know how to get a message to him. He may have information that helps the Inquisition. At worst, it will do no harm. I received a note from the hero of Ferelden. He misses me. I very much needed to know he was still out there fighting to be with me. Thank you. It is a great relief, and I appreciate you allowing me to send the messenger. I was with the hero of Ferelden when he defeated the Archdemon. The Maker brought us together, and then I watched him die. In that instant, I felt the Maker's presence grow cold. One moment a cherished child, the next abandoned. And then, when Justinia was killed. With him by my side, anything was possible. He married Queen Honora, but it didn't matter. He loved me, but there is no happily ever after, not when life goes on. I was there when the hero Ferelden defeated the archdemon. It took a great sacrifice, but it was worth it. We won the day, and I thought the Maker smiled on me. When the Divine requested my help, I went to her. I owed her that much. I sacrificed so much to do the Maker's work. But now Justinia is dead. I always thought I was serving the Maker. He called me. I answered. For years, I did his work. I gave so much, and he took it all. And then he took my greatest friend. Either the Chantry is right and he's not listening, or he is content to be cruel.
You have a history with the Warden who ended the Blight, don't you?
We were in love. Even in the midst of all the chaos, I was happy. Truly happy. And then I'm sorry. I'd rather not talk about this.
You have a history with the Warden who ended the Blight, don't you?
He's always in my thoughts, even when we're far apart. My love is on a quest of his own. When the Inquisition has no further need of me, I will join him, for good this time. I have lost enough. I will not lose him as well.
You have a history with the Warden who ended the Blight, don't you?
The hero of Ferelden. There are no heroes in real life. Just people. And people can do terrible things. Like striking me down, for example. It's hard not to bear a grudge. The hero of Ferelden was not what I expected. We traveled together in the early days of the Blight, but joining was a mistake. We never got along. I was young and had silly ideas.
You have a history with the Warden who ended the Blight, don't you?
I had the privilege of calling him friend before he died. The world seemed much duller after that. It still does.
You have a history with the Warden who ended the Blight, don't you?
I count her among my closest friends. She's probably the only person I trust completely. I haven't heard from her in some time. She just disappeared. I try not to think about what might have happened. I count him among my closest friends. I still write to him for advice when I can. He hasn't replied to my letters in some time. I try not to worry about it. He can take care of himself.
What do you know of Morrigan?
She's changed. She used to be so disagreeable, cruel. She said things just to hurt people. Now the sharp edges have worn away. Perhaps it was Kieran. I suppose becoming a mother could change anyone. He saved us, did you know? I would have lost my love without Morrigan's child. I may never know her intentions, but I'll always be grateful. He seems so normal, like any other little boy, and so polite. Not that I was expecting anything else. I mean, never mind. I first met her when we were traveling with the hero of Ferelden. We never really got along. Morrigan can be a powerful ally. Just never forget that she's here because she wants something. Work with her, learn from her, trust her if you must, but never underestimate her. I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. Once I was sure I died. I did die. Who else but the Maker could have resurrected me? But if he didn't save me to help the Divine, then why? Why am I still alive?
Wait, you died?
It was right there at the temple by the urn of sacred ashes. We found the urn, proved the legends were true, but the hero of Ferelden corrupted them. And all I wanted at that moment was vengeance. It was a fight I couldn't win. But I didn't care. And the hero struck me down. I awoke later in agony. The ashes were gone. I can't explain how I survived.
So I'm not the only one that survived certain death here.
There is magic in this place. Strange, old magic. Every maid I've put to work on it is mystified. They never find answers. Only more questions.
You can't have been raised from the dead. That's absolutely... just... no.
Believe what you want. I'm still here.
That's it? You can't explain it?
You think I haven't looked for answers? I've searched for 10 years. I'm still searching. This place holds its secrets tight. Do you know why you survived? There was no way to save Alistair, was there?
I didn't want to leave him. I tried my best.
I know you did.
We don't know that he's dead.
But lost in the Fade? As good as dead, then.
Alistair gave his life willingly.
Yes, of course he did it willingly. That wonderful boy. We will toast to his memory.